somewhere else. Sorry, the other cells are full.
What did you tell them?
What do you care?
Simon, we've both been interviewed. I need to know what you said.
I told them I didn't know anything.
Good. Rule number 1, never admit possession.
Can you hear yourself? You sound just like Dan used to.
Well, he might have been an idiot, but at least he knew the law.
They're going to test those pills anyway. So what difference does it make? You're still going to get done for it.
If I tell him what he is, I've got to tell him where I got it.
Oh, so you're doing this to protect Eddie and his mates?
Nobody ever grasped me up when I was dealing. It cuts both ways.
Honour amongst junkies.
Si, you've got nothing to worry about. They searched you, they found nothing, you told them nothing.
Then why am I still here?
They can't let you go until they search and interview Teresa.
Do you think she'll tell him anything?
No. Of course she won't.
We wouldn't be if it weren't for that stupid little cow.
Just be careful what you're saying, all right?
Well, she's the one who bought them. It's all because of her. So what were you doing with those pills anyway? She had them. Oh. You're going to take the blame for her stupidity, are you?
That's right.
Oh, you could lose your job over this, you know that, don't you?
I don't care about that poxy little job, OK?
Oh, but what about your freedom, then? You could end up in jail. She's worth that, is she?
I love her.
If you'd like to follow me, Mr. Marco.
Where are we going?
You have to be searched. Are there any needles concealed in your clothes?
Of course not. I'm not a junkie.
I have to ask.
I'm not hiding anything.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Marco.
Please, I haven't got anything.
You're going to be searched, Teresa. I know it's not a nice experience, but if you don't do as we say, then it gets a lot worse. For your own sake.
You're not really planning on living with her.
I am.
Oh, come off it, Tony. I know you.
You used to know me.
Well, you've changed that much, have you?
Yep.
Only last night you were saying how much you missed me. What was all that about? A momentary lapse in your newfound heterosexuality?
I was confused.
We still have feelings for each other. That's not going to go away just because you're moving in with your girlfriend.
Look, you have Chris, I have Teresa. End of story.
I finished with Chris.
What'd you do that for?
I only started seeing him to get back at you.
I don't want to hear this.
No, of course you don't, because it's the truth. You know she spent last night with Matthew, don't you? I saw him coming out of your room this morning.
You're lying.
Why would I?
Spite, jealousy, take your pick.
I just thought I'd tell you what I saw.
She wouldn't do that.
Why not him to get back at you?
She's not like that.
All right, maybe I was wrong. Look, Tony, if you're happy with Teresa, then I'm happy for you. And I mean that. But I just don't buy it.
How long have you known Mr. Hills?
A few months.
Has he been dealing ever since you two met?
He's not a dealer.
And Mr. Raymond, what's your relationship with him?
He's Tony's ex.
Ex-boyfriend?
It's not a crime, is it?
And the others on the boat? Mr. Rose, Miss Flaherty, Mr. Clark?
They've got nothing to do with this.
To do with what?
Whatever it is you're talking about.
You know what those pills are?
I don't know what they are and I don't know where they've come from.
Tony taught you to say that, did he? Funny that, how dealers always rehearse their excuses.
Tony's not a dealer.
Then what was he doing with those ecstasy tablets?
Are they ecstasy?
You're a smart girl. From what I've seen, you've got a good and loving family. Why do you want to get involved with someone like him?
You don't know anything about Tony.
Oh, this is the bit where you tell me how kind he is to you and how much you love him. Don't bore me with that, Teresa.
He's a better person than you'll ever know.
I don't think he cares for you. Not really.
Mary. I got you these.
That's thoughtful of you.
So, how are you?
Doctors say I had a lucky escape. If you hadn't found me when you did...
Just don't think about it now.
No, you're my hero, Matthew.
That was nothing, really.
What I can't figure out is what exactly I was doing in that field in the first place.
Oh, I'm just forgetting.
I mean, I remember being back at the boat. Tony was there, wasn't he?
But you really should be resting.
And I remember being in Chris and Simon's room. And I fell asleep and I had this nightmare about this pig licking my face. And then I woke up. And what do you know? It wasn't a dream after all.
I found you, remember? I saved you, Mary.
Just get out of here, Matthew.
Mary, please. Sorry.
How are we going to keep this from Mum if Teresa gets a criminal record?
We don't know if it will come to that.
And who's going to tell Teresa about Nonna?
Do you want me to tell her?
Yes, thank you. Well,
No traces of ecstasy.
so what was it?
Looks like they were sold paracetamol.
They were had.
No one's admitted to buying anything.
So you got to drop the charges then?
Looks that way.
That means we can take her home now.
Hang on. I've got to tell her about Nonna. Can you give me 5 minutes of her?
Yeah.
I wondered when you'd show up.
You've got a lot of explaining to do.
I've been through enough today. I don't need you on my back as well.
I used to think you were sensible. You could take care of yourself. Looks like I was wrong.
Is Mum here?
She's at home. She don't know anything about this yet. And I tend to keep it that way.
Thank you.
That's for her benefit, not yours.
So why are you here?
You lied about where you were going.
Only because I knew everyone would stop me. I mean, it's not exactly the crime of the century to go away with your boyfriend,
That's not
is it?
why we came to get you.
Well, why then?
It's Nonna. She collapsed on Thursday. She's in the hospital.
What happened?
Doctors think it was a stroke. That's the last I've heard.
She's going to be okay, isn't she?
She was asking for you. For all of us.
I didn't know.
No, I don't care less about you and your boyfriend. But the family needed you there. For Nonna.
I want to see her. Can we go?
Not yet.
Please, Beppe, you've got to get me out of here.
Do you know something?
What?
It's almost 2 years since Blackpool.
That was a good holiday.
Do you remember that B&B we stayed in?
What a dump.
You came with me to that gay bar. We both got pretty drunk and ended up on the pier.
Yeah, leave it out, will you?
So, what happens now? You and Teresa play happy families while we avoid each other?
Sounds good to me.
I don't want that.
I don't care what you want, Simon. That's the way it's going to be.
Do you really think you can stay faithful to her?
Yeah.
You're bisexual, Tony. You're just a novelty to her.
You don't know what you're talking about.
No, but I know women like that. And I know what the attraction is. She just sees you as a challenge. It's not about how she feels for you, not as a person.
Isn't that how you saw me?
No.
Yes, it was.
Look, you already knew you had feelings for men way before I came along.
And you couldn't help but exploit that, could you?
You made the choice.
Face it, Simon. You picked on me because I was vulnerable. You turned my friends and family against me.
That's what happens when you come out. It's the same for everybody.
I never wanted to come out. You made me. And I hate you for that. For everything you put me through over the last 2 years.
You should have told Mum where you were going.
And she would have stopped me like she always does. I can't do anything. It's all right for you and Gianni. You can get away with murder,
It's because
but
she
me...
worries about you.
Why? I can look after myself. All I want is a life of my own. Is that too much to ask?
No.
So I have to lie. I have to sneak out sometimes.
You could have come to me.
You're the same as she is. You and Gianni, you still see me as a kid.
It's not easy for us to raise it, especially with Dad being gone.
He would have understood.
You would have fluttered your eyelids at him and he would have forgiven you like he always did.
At least he loved me.
And the rest of us don't. Is that what you really think?
No. I just want you to see it from my point of view for a change.
What is it that you want?
I want you to understand. I love you, but I'm not going to let you stop me doing the things I want to. It's my life.
And that's what you want, is it? A boyfriend that lands you in trouble?
None of this is Tony's fault.
I can't stand by and watch you being put in danger.
These were mine, not Tony's. He took them from me so I wouldn't get in trouble.
No, you're lying.
I'm not. I love him. And when we get back, we're going to be living together.
You're not.
You can't stop us. No one can.
You're a phase, that's all. I tried it, I didn't like it, and now I'm moving on.
We were more than that.
In your mind, maybe. Why do you think I slept with Frankie and Polly, eh? Because you weren't enough for me.
Shut up.
Look at all your relationships, Simon. Howard used to knock you about, I slept around, and Chris couldn't care less whether you come home or not. Ask yourself something. Has anyone ever really loved you?
Just shut up, will you? Just shut your mouth! Two birds, done it!
What's going to happen to him?
He's going to get what he deserves.
Well, I'll tell him these were mine then. I'll take the blame.
You won't do anything of the sort.
Watch me.
They won't believe you. You're the girlfriend. He was the one caught in possession.
But I bought them.
Tony used to deal out of George Palmer's club. Him and a mate called Dan Zappieri. He ever tell you that?
Yeah.
He's now been caught with 5 E's. They can call that an attempt to supply.
What are you saying?
What I'm saying is, you might as well forget about Tony for the next year or two, because he's going inside.
You're lying. You can't go to jail.
It's out of my hands.
You can do something. Tell them he wasn't dealing. If it was just possession, he wouldn't go to jail, would he?
He might get a suspended sentence if he's lucky.
So tell them.
Why would I do that?
Because I love him.
Risk my job. So you can ruin your life with a waster like Tony Hills. Forget it.
Please, Beppe, I'll do what you want. I'll stop seeing him. Just get him out of this, please. For me.
Do you know how much you're asking?
You can do it, can't you?
I could have a word with some people. But I have to believe you won't see him again. You see? You're not willing to do it, are you?
I will.
You don't see him, you don't talk to him. You two are over. Is that clear?
Looks like you had a lucky escape, Mr. Hills.
You made a wrongful arrest, more like.
I suggest you boys go home, clean up, and take something for your headache.
Thanks, Dave, but we don't do drugs.
No, he just gets ripped off trying to buy them.
What was that, Mr. Raymond?
Nothing.
Just don't start, all right?
Teresa! What's going on?
She don't want to talk to you.
What's it about that?
Next time you take a step near my sister, I'll break both your legs. Is that clear?
Teresa?